You know our first guest from Star Trek and Lord of the Rings, Karl Urban.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Are you recognized from Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, you know, I do get recognized a bit from Lord of the Rings, but also a lot from Bourne Supremacy and Star Trek. Yeah.
And now you just keep a new movie open today.
It's coming out on October the 14th, I think.
Oh, okay.
15th?
So in a
yeah,
couple weeks.
It's called Red. We've got a great cast. We've got
Helen
Bruce
Mirren,
Willis,
who I
Helen
love.
Mirren.
She's awesome.
She is gorgeous. She is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. Who else is in it?
Who else? Morgan Freeman, Bruce Willis, Helen Mirren, John Malkovich, Richard Dreyfuss, Ernest Borgnine. I don't know if you remember.
Yes.
Ernest, all of 96 years old and still firing.
Good for him.
And yet again, you play a bad guy.
Well, no, it's actually not quite accurate. I start the movie off trying to hunt down and kill Bruce Willis, but...
Well, that's not a bad guy now, is it?
Hey!
Bruce Willis might be the bad guy. We don't know.
Bruce Willis is never really the bad guy. He's Bruce Willis.
Yeah, it's very much a question of would the real bad guy please stand up?
I see.
It's one of those kind of deals.
Okay, so you often play a very athletic character.
Yeah, I've played many athletic kind of characters, yeah.
And do you do any of your own stunts? Or any
I like to do as much as I can. I really enjoy the physical aspect of what I do. However, I'll only work within the bounds of safety, and I know there's a time to hand it over.
Yeah, well, you don't want to get that would be no. Then you know having a broken ankle is not fun.
It's not a lot of fun.
No.
I've got a very physical fight scene in this movie with Bruce, and I didn't realize it till I started prepping for the next job, but I really injured myself.
Really?
Yeah.
How? Where? What?
I had to go. I mean, my neck was completely out. My spine was out of alignment. I had deep tissue issues. I had a swollen bursa on my tendon in my shoulder. And this all happened in the space of this 2-week fight.
And he was fine?
He's fine. I'm sending him the bill. He's probably fine, but I'm sending Bruce Willis the bill.
Good.
I think he's good for it.
Yeah, you can afford it.
Yeah.
You were in the Bourne Supremacy with
That's
Matt
right.
Damon?
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
What I do.
That's why you brought it up again, because you already mentioned it once.
Yeah,
so.
I do. I love Matty Damon, and I do.
I do too. He's a gentleman. He's
a
lovely,
lovely guy.
fantastic
Yeah, he's a friend of my brother's, and I met him years ago, and he was just nice.
You know, he's just so down to earth.
Yeah.
And I think that's he's just a big Hollywood star, and he just couldn't be more, down to earth.
Yeah, just a guy.
He's a great regular guy.
Really cute guy.
Yeah.
So you travel back and forth between your home country of New Zealand and Los Angeles?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I live in Auckland in New Zealand, and that's where I raised my family. I'm happily married with 2 kids. And my commute is a 12-hour plane flight.
Yeah.
Well, you go when you're really tired and, get on the plane, go to sleep.
It's actually pretty easy. I mean, you do.
Right.
You hop on a plane, you fall asleep, you wake up at work. So.
Yeah, I'd need a lot of help to sleep that long. Do you, when you were in Star Trek and you were in Lord of the Rings, so when you go to Comic-Con, do people just freak out?
Yeah, I'm pretty popular at Comic-Con. I mean, I've done a lot of movies that
that the Comic-Con goers like.
that crowd like. But no, it's fantastic. I think that it is really wonderful that there's an environment that everybody can come together and celebrate pop culture. And I mean, it's mad. Have you ever been to Comic-Con?
I'm sorry?
Have you ever been to Comic-Con?
No, it's not really my scene.
Fair enough. No.
You don't get in your Star Trek outfit and go?
Not
really?
a Trekkie, no.
No?
That's too bad. I think
But
you'd have
what
a good
about just dressing up? You might like to dress up.
Well, see, so in case you guys don't know what Comic-Con is, it's where all the comic book lovers and Star Trekky type people and Lord of the Rings and all that sort of sci-fi, cool, comic-y go.
And they often go dressed as their favorite character.
They do,
correct?
yeah.
In fact, I thought if I went dressed as one of my characters, I could probably be totally incognito.
You
could.
I could.
How long did makeup take for Lord of the Rings every day?
That wasn't such a big
Not so
ordeal.
bad?
That wasn't so bad, no. I wasn't in prosthetics or anything like that.
Now, you were saying you have a 10-year-old, right?
I do.
Boy or girl?
A boy. I've got 2 boys.
You have 2 boys. Okay, does the 10-year-old get to watch your movies?
Some of them aren't appropriate for him to watch, but yeah, he's sort of touched on, he's seen a bit of Lord of the Rings, and he accidentally watched the Bourne Supremacy on a flight. So, Daddy, is that you getting smashed into the?
Oh no!
But he knows the difference, because you've been doing this his
Yeah,
whole
I mean,
life, so he knows the difference
He
between...
comes on sets, and
Right.
you know, they're very good at keeping you grounded, kids.
Of course.
Very good.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you're
But
not
then you leave
cool.
them behind and escape to Hollywood.
Yeah, but when they get Dad for like 3 months,
Right.
and by the time Dad's ready to leave, they want Dad to leave. You know, they're kind of ready
They've
for me to
had it.
go. But,
Are you the stricter parent?
Yes, yeah.
Really?
I probably am. Yeah, I probably am.
So
Well,
that-
your wife has to make nice to them because she's stuck with them all the time.
Yeah, well, she gets to be mummy and daddy when Dad's away.
Right,
So,
right.
but it's funny. My son, he's 10 years old, and he was in his math tutoring class, and his tutor was trying to inspire him, you know, to put more work in. And he was saying, "Come on, you don't think your dad just, you know, walks onto set and say those lines? You know, he has to work hard. He has to work hard to memorize those lines, and you know, you need to put some effort in." And he sort of looks at her and he goes, "Yeah, he learnt those lines, but he didn't write them." See what I mean? I just keep you down to earth.
It's good.
It's
Sounds
like,
pretty
okay,
smart.
I think that's the end of the lesson.
So, how did you get your start in acting?
I would just define it as a long-standing compulsion, really. When I was about 8 years old, my mother worked at a production company, and every so often they would screen these New Zealand films on the garage door for the crew.
On the garage. Did you hear that?
On the garage.
No, it's
door.
the garage.
It's the garage,
It's the
baby.
garage.
Yeah, they would screen them on the door for the crew, and so you know, I was 8 years old watching these, you know, really amazing New Zealand films by Jeff Murphy and Roger Donaldson, and I guess that's what really kind of inspired me to pursue this career.
How different is the television there, the shows that you were on television in New Zealand, correct?
Yes, I did. I did do television early on. in my
How
career.
different is it from, because we don't get to see any of it.
Yeah. Well,
Similar?
it's pretty similar, I think. You know, have similar daytime shows and
Right.
similar, you know, soap shows. Yeah.
And when you filmed The Lord of the Rings, you got to see more of your country than you'd ever seen
Oh, that was an
before?
incredible experience. I mean, they would actually, an average day on Lord of the Rings, they would hop us into a small Cessna plane, fly us over a lake into the middle of complete wilderness, land in a sheep paddock, and from there we'd hop in a four-wheel drive and drive half an hour into even more wilderness, and that's where we'd shoot. I mean, I literally got to see more of my own country shooting that for 10 months than I had for living there for 30 years.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah.
It is beautiful, yeah. If you ever get the opportunity to go down, I thoroughly recommend it. And if you're a foodie, you would love it. The food
Really?
there,
What's there to eat
incredible.
besides mutton?
So,
A delicious mutton.
was that a
and
sheep
tomato
joke?
sandwich.
Am I getting sheep jokes
I can't
here?
do the good sheep
Yeah.
jokes on,
No,
on
you
this
cannot.
show, so I
No.
went
No,
there, yeah.
you cannot.
Sorry.
I could tell you a few.
No.
Hey, great candy, by the way.
Right?
Yeah.
Delicious.
That's some really good candy.
Hey, do they have Halloween in New Zealand?
We do, but it's Halloween is not as big a deal as it is here.
Right,
I mean,
well, it's
here
a
it's
little
an
out of
industry.
control.
It's
yeah.
wow. you
There's
know.
a countdown, I think, on Hallmark Channel that says 30 more days.
Well, I understand,
Yeah.
because it's candy.